Journalism is an ever-changing medium. From town criers to the internet, our way of obtaining and sharing information has evolved over the course of human history. Some things, however, don't change, and amongst those things are the values that come with being a good journalist and reporter, primarily bringing the truth to light no matter what. Because they're such a big part of our society, journalists and reporters frequently feature in fictional media, ranging from Jake Gyllenhaal's shady photojournalist in the film Nightcrawler to reporting duo Roy and Bo in Attack on Titan. But some of our most famous fictional journalists come from a frequently overlooked medium, comic books. We're all familiar with the Daily Planet's trio of reporters Lois Lane and Clark Kent and their bumbling photographer friend Jimmy Olsen, and we all know Peter Parker, slaving away to get those pictures of Spider-Man for the overbearing J. Jonah Jameson. There is one, however, who is frequently overlooked. He is the star of the Vertigo series Transmetropolitan, and his name is Spider Jerusalem. Spider Jerusalem is not your typical journalist. He's foul-mouthed, short-tempered, and a drug addict. He's abrasive and frequently violent. But, on the flip side, he does care deeply for the people of the city, and his dedication to bringing the truth to light no matter what is absolute. At the beginning of the series, his boss, Mitchell Royce, calls him out of retirement to return to the city to cover the upcoming election between the incumbent, known as the Beast, and his opponent, Senator Gary Callahan, also known as the Smiler. Spider helps Callahan win the election, only to discover he is far, far worse than the Beast ever was. What makes the series so interesting, however, is the human element. Against the backdrop of political turmoil and upheaval, the story frequently focuses on the human plight. As a matter of fact, about once per story arc, the comic sets aside an issue to show Spider walking amongst the streets of the city, talking to people, getting to know their stories, their lives, how they got to be where they were. Frequently, they're not in a good spot, and Spider wants to know what's being done about it, and the answer is all too often nothing. Spider then publishes these stories in his column for The Word, and calls the politicians to task for not doing anything to help the people who put them in power in the first place. Throughout it all, he maintains his strong sense of truth and accountability. The series was written almost 20 years ago, but these themes of accountability and journalistic truth still ring true today. Here in the 21st century, elected officials, and potentially elected officials, are under more scrutiny than ever before. It's important, though, that the journalists take a page out of Spider's handbook and get the truth out no matter the consequences. Unlike Spider, however, they should remain level-headed about it, and they can't allow emotions to rule their writing, no matter how much they may hate one candidate and love another. The truth must be told, otherwise the consequences will be severe and can affect everyone from the president themselves all the way down to the common man on the street.